The world can change in an instant. One moment, everything seems perfectly normal, and the next, chaos can erupt without warning. One day, it's business as usual. The next, it's a fight for survival. Imagine walking through your city, the streets filled with people going about their daily lives, only to find it eerily empty the next day, as if everyone vanished overnight. We're talking about a zombie apocalypse, a scenario that, while fictional, forces us to confront our deepest fears and our ability to survive. The idea of the undead rising from their graves is terrifying, but it also serves as a metaphor for any sudden, catastrophic event that disrupts our way of life. While The Walking Dead might be a product of our imaginations, the skills needed to survive such an event are very real. From setting up a tent in the wilderness to knowing how to use survival gear, these skills can be the difference between life and death in any crisis. This essay is your guide to navigating a world gone undead. We'll delve into the practical steps you can take to ensure your safety and the safety of your loved ones. We'll explore everything from securing essential supplies to understanding the psychology of survival. Stocking up on food, water, and medical supplies is just the beginning. We'll also look at how to pack an emergency backpack with everything you might need to survive on the go. Remember, the undead are just the catalyst. The real challenge lies in how we respond to the breakdown of society and the loss of infrastructure. It's the breakdown of society, the loss of infrastructure, and the fight for resources that pose the real threat. When grocery store shelves are empty and people are fighting over the last can of beans, that's when our true survival instincts kick in. By preparing for the unthinkable, we equip ourselves with the knowledge and skills to face any crisis head-on. Let's get started on this journey together, learning how to survive and thrive in a world turned upside down. In a world overrun by zombies, survival becomes a daily struggle. The once bustling cities are now desolate wastelands, filled with the constant threat of the undead. You are your own first responder. In this harsh new reality, you can't rely on anyone else to come to your aid. Every decision you make could mean the difference between life and death. Forget waiting for rescue. Help isn't coming. The infrastructure we once depended on has crumbled, and the authorities are overwhelmed or non-existent. You need to be ready to defend yourself, secure your needs, and adapt to a constantly changing environment. This means being vigilant and resourceful at all times. This is where self-reliance becomes paramount. Your ability to think on your feet and use whatever resources are available will be crucial to your survival. Learn basic survival skills like starting a fire, finding clean water, and building shelter. These skills will not only keep you alive but also give you a sense of control in an uncontrollable world. But survival isn't just about staying alive. It's about fighting back. You need to be prepared to defend yourself against both the undead and other desperate survivors, and when it comes to fighting zombies, forget the guns. Firearms may seem like the obvious choice, but they come with significant drawbacks. Loud and unreliable, they'll attract more trouble than they're worth. The noise of gunfire can draw hordes of zombies to your location, and a jammed gun can leave you defenseless at the worst possible moment. Silent, effective, and easily maintained, blades are the zombie killer's weapon of choice. Choose a sturdy knife, machete, or any sharp object that can be used in close combat. Even a crowbar can be a lifesaver. It's versatile and can be used for both defense and utility. Equip yourself with tools that give you a fighting chance in close combat, and always be ready to face the unexpected. Imagine this: the power's out, stores are overrun, and clean water is a luxury. In a zombie apocalypse, everyday items become survival essentials. Your first priority? Water. Secure a large supply of bottled water and invest in water purification tablets or a portable filter. Next, food. Forget perishable items. Focus on non-perishable foods like canned goods, rice, beans, and protein bars. They'll last for months, even years if stored properly. A first aid kit is non-negotiable. Pack bandages, antiseptics, pain relievers, and any personal medications. Remember, hospitals won't be an option. Finally, don't forget the tools that make survival possible. A sturdy backpack, a map and compass, a flashlight, a multi-tool, and a fire starter. These are the tools that will help you navigate the post-apocalyptic world. The zombie virus spreads like wildfire, turning friends and neighbors into ravenous monsters. Your first line of defense isn't fighting the infected, it's preventing the spread. Think of it as a global pandemic because that's what it is. If an outbreak occurs, immediate quarantine is crucial. Secure your home, seal all entry points, and avoid contact with anyone displaying symptoms. This isn't about being heartless. It's about protecting yourself and your loved ones from becoming another statistic. Remember, a zombie bite isn't just a flesh wound, it's a death sentence. Isolation is your best defense in the early stages of an outbreak. It buys you time to gather supplies, assess the situation, and plan your next move. Section 5. Strategic Relocation, Finding Your Safe Haven. In this section we will explore the crucial steps you need to take to ensure your safety and survival in the event of a zombie apocalypse. The importance of choosing the right location cannot be overstated. As the saying goes, get out of the cities, head for the hills. Urban areas, with their dense populations and limited resources, quickly become dangerous and unsustainable. The chaos and panic that ensue can be overwhelming. In a zombie apocalypse, densely populated areas become death traps. The sheer number of people, combined with the rapid spread of infection, makes cities a hotbed for danger. The streets you once knew become unrecognizable, filled with the undead. Your goal is to find a secluded location with natural defenses and ample resources. Think rural areas, remote islands, or even abandoned military bases. These places offer the isolation needed to avoid large groups of zombies and other desperate survivors, or even abandoned military bases. These locations often come with built-in fortifications and supplies that can be repurposed for your survival needs. These locations offer a better chance of survival, with fewer people to compete with and more opportunities to live off the land. Farming, fishing, and foraging become essential skills. The ability to grow your own food and find natural water sources can make the difference between life and death. But getting there is half the battle. Preparation is key. Pack a survival bag with essentials like food, water, medical supplies, and tools. Plan your route carefully, taking into account potential obstacles and dangers. Avoid main roads. They'll be clogged with abandoned vehicles and hordes of the undead. Highways and major streets will be the first to become impassable, filled with people trying to escape and zombies drawn to the commotion. Travel at night when the infected are less active. The cover of darkness can provide a crucial advantage, allowing you to move more stealthily and avoid detection. However, this also means you need to be extra cautious and aware of your surroundings. And choose your route carefully, opting for back roads and less traveled paths. These routes are less likely to be congested and can offer safer passage. Navigating through dense woods and trails can help you stay hidden and avoid encounters with the undead. A reliable vehicle is an asset. An off-road capable vehicle can help you navigate difficult terrain and reach remote locations. Ensure your vehicle is well maintained and stocked with spare parts and fuel, but be prepared to abandon it if necessary. Vehicles can break down or become trapped, forcing you to continue on foot. Always have a backup plan and be ready to adapt to changing circumstances. Your survival depends on your ability to stay flexible and resourceful. Section 6. Mental Fortitude, the Unspoken Weapon. Surviving a zombie apocalypse isn't just about physical strength, it's about mental resilience. The world as you know it has ended, there's no going back. It's a harsh reality, but accepting it is the first step to survival. Panic and despair are your worst enemies. They cloud your judgment and lead to mistakes that can cost you your life. Cultivate a survival mindset. Be adaptable, resourceful, and always alert. Remember, fear is a natural response, but it shouldn't paralyze you. Channel that fear into action, into the will to live. Surround yourself with a small, trusted group. Human connection, even in the direst circumstances, can make all the difference. Section 7. Suit up, protective gear, and clothing. In a world where even a scratch can mean infection, the right clothing can be the difference between life and death. Forget fashion, prioritize function. Your goal is to create a barrier between your skin and the infected. Start with a good pair of boots, sturdy, comfortable, and high enough to protect your ankles from bites. Layers are your friend. Opt for durable fabrics like denim and leather, which offer some protection against bites and scratches. Don't forget your extremities. Thick gloves are essential for handling weapons and scavenging, while a hat or helmet protects your head from accidental blows. Section 8. Tools of the trade beyond the basics. Beyond the essentials, there are tools that can elevate your survival game. A sturdy axe or machete is invaluable for clearing debris, chopping wood, and of course dispatching the undead. A good quality rope can be used for climbing, building shelter, or creating traps. Duct tape and superglue are miracle workers, capable of repairing gear, securing shelters, and even fashioning makeshift weapons. For long-term survival, consider a generator for power, a water purifier for clean drinking water, and a solar-powered radio for staying informed, if any broadcasts still exist. Section 9, Camp Life, Establishing a New Normal. Finding a safe haven is just the beginning. You need to make it livable, defensible, and sustainable. Start by fortifying your location, reinforce doors and windows, build barricades, and set up early warning systems to alert you to approaching threats. Learn to live off the land. Plant a garden, scavenge for edible plants, and find ways to purify water. Creating a sense of normalcy is crucial for maintaining morale. Establish routines, delegate tasks, and find ways to pass the time constructively. Remember, survival isn't just about staying alive. It's about rebuilding, adapting, and finding hope in a world that's lost its way.